In general, cats, Marie? Okay, so with that being said, how many of you ever bought your dog or cat from a breeder? How many of you ever adopted a pet? Wonderful! Okay, with that being said, did you know that there are 2.7 million pets that are euthanized each year from the Humane Society, according to the Humane Society website? And there are 3 to 4 million cats and dogs that are actually rescued every year from the Humane Society also. So that means that about 30% of all pets within the United States have been rescued. So that's like a really good number. You can go ahead and just play the next slide. Just a quick video. Give me. We're going to talk to you about why you should rescue a pet and adopt pets. With that being said, we're going to tell you 3 reasons on why we believe that this is a good idea. 1, you save a life. 2, there comes many options with adopting and rescuing pets. And 3, you can gain a best friend. So on top of that, after we tell you our 3 reasons why, we're going to tell you a little bit about our story and then what you guys can do and how you can help. So number 1, saving a life. So like we said earlier, and the video mentioned that there's 2.7 million pets that are euthanized each year. The definition of euthanized is mercy killing, and it's the act of putting an animal or human to their death, and it's supposed to be really painless, but it's not always necessary. So by adopting pets, you can help save a life. And just to put this a little bit into perspective, 2.7 million is the population of Chicago. Actually, it's less than the population of Chicago. So that would be like the entire city of Chicago being wiped out every year in the United States. I wanted to ask you guys, what are some reasons maybe you think people don't adopt and they do buy from a breeder?
Maybe because they don't know the actual breed.
Sure.
Maybe because they think it's not safe to adopt.
Yeah.
They want a puppy.
They want a puppy? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people were used to growing up with a particular breed, and then they want to continue that.
Absolutely, yeah. So the next slide, as you guys mentioned, some things is they don't know the breed or that they want a puppy. They don't know its past, if it's emotionally stable, it hasn't been abused, or things like that. Just a little side note, I've adopted 3 different pets, and I've had a full breed. So one of them wasn't emotionally stable, and that is sometimes a challenge. You know, he's scared of people or like the doorbell or anything. And that's sometimes really hard, and then you get a dog that doesn't do anything, so it's like really great. But there's lots of options that come with that. So for reasons why you could like counteract all these reasons of why people don't want to adopt or are scared to adopt for some reason, 25% of dogs that enter shelters are purebred. Currently at the Humane Society here in Hawaii, there is, I did a bunch of research, and there's a whole bunch of purebred. There's actually a really large amount of pit bull purebreds at the Humane Society pretty frequently. But other than that, there's a lot of them you can actually just call and ask what they have, and then they'll have a list of what's coming in. And so you can also just say, hey, you know, there's a puppy, there's a litter that's going to be dropped off that's Pure Labs next Friday. Why don't you come in and check them out or something? Puppies are brought to the shelter each week, different sizes of puppies, breeds, mixed, purebreds, things like that. And people who do drop off purebred litters and just can't contain them or control them themselves actually are sometimes required to provide papers. Do you have papers for your dog?
He's not purebred.
Okay, but you were allowed to know his breed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead. The second thing we wanted to tell you, sorry, I think you got one too many. Oh, okay, no, just kidding, go ahead. The third option we wanted to tell you was that you gain a best friend. So like the previous video showed, it's just so exciting, you know, you come home and your dog's just always excited to see you or your cat or your bird that dances. And it's just, I mean, literally sometimes we'll be home for hours and I'll go get the mail, and when I come back in, he's like, it's like I've been gone for a day. He's so excited and I left the house for 30 seconds. I wanted to tell you guys about our story. He's currently occupied. with some treats. But a little bit about us is I adopted He-Man a year ago, and he's almost 7 years old, so I didn't get a puppy. And that was because I was told that if I wanted my own dog, it had to be a small dog. So I chose He-Man, and he is, you can go to the next slide. He is, oh my, a half Chihuahua, half Whippet. So the people we got him from were able to tell us his breed. And you can, I tell everyone that he's 10% Chihuahua and 90% Whippet because he only has big eyes. I've almost had him for a year, and I know the family that I got him from, so they were able to tell me where the breeders that they got him from. However, at the house he was at, he was abused, and he wasn't fed. He was kept in like little containers for up to 14 hours a day with no water and stuff like that. So I rescued He-Man, and for those of you who know, this is actually He-Man. He's a character. He's a Superman character, and no one really knows that. I didn't know it either. So I mean, you can see the resemblance. He's strong, he's handsome, things like that. So actually the family that I got him from didn't even have a collar for him or a leash. He had never been let outside, so anytime that the door was open, he just would like bolt because he was so curious to see what was outside. And so when I got him, I was like, well, he needs to be walked. He needs, we go hiking all the time, things like that. And, just the amount of attention that you can give a dog can really change who they are. He went from, bolting out of the house. The dad went and caught him and took him to the Humane Society because he didn't want to deal with He-Man anymore. And then he came home, and an hour later, he decided that he didn't want He-Man to get euthanized, so he went back to the Humane Society and had to pay $100 to have him back. So, which I'm glad he did. So that's how I got him. The next slide. These are a couple pets that are currently at the Humane Society, and we are here to persuade you that it's a good idea to adopt pets. And I know some of you are foreign exchange students or live in a house where an apartment that you can't have dogs or pets or things like that. So we're not only here to persuade you or try to talk you into adopting pets when you do choose to have a pet, but just to stay informed of the Humane Society and what they do, and even if you just add them on Instagram or pass out flyers or something, or go and walk the dogs every week with them. You don't have to just buy a dog. But if you are interested, these are some pets that are currently at the Humane Society. He's a pit bull. Douglas is a little timid, and he's a hound. Tiger was a terrier mix, and Billy actually got adopted yesterday. So, yeah, so he has a new home. Next slide. So actually on the Humane Society website, there's a list of 55 things that you can do to help, which sounds kind of crazy, and I don't even know that I do 10 of them, but it's really important just to stay connected. So a couple bigger, broader topics that they mentioned was just connect with us, either through social media or receive their emails, or there's over 3,500 locations of Humane Societies in the US. I can think of 3 that are on our island, so there's one downtown, which isn't too far. And then just be an advocate and spread the word. Just let people know, if you hear someone who's interested in getting a dog, maybe just inform them of the joys and pleasures that you can get out of adopting. Posting flyers, writing letters, social media or radio stations, just letting everyone else know, and things like that. You can also raise funds. I know we're broke college kids, and dogs are a lot of money, so maybe if you could just donate $10 or whatever. And trust me, they're a lot of money. And then, through the work of your family, and just to get involved. And then, obviously, if you really are interested or you can adopt. Next. So, in conclusion, we just came to talk to you today about 3 reasons why we think that you should adopt a dog, or cat, or bird. And you save a life. You have many options when adopting. You can't get a purebred, you can't get a puppy, you can't raise it from your standards, whatever. And you also gain a best friend. So, the last thing we wanted to show you, I know it's kind of hard to see, I've had He-Man for over a year, and so we are going to show you 2 tricks that He-Man does. Yes, I know. What is this? It's kind of hard to see. He-Man, sit. Good boy. And then his other trick is that he knows how to jump. He-Man, do you want it? Good job. And the last trick we wanted to show you is I've had He-Man for over a year, and we have been working really, really hard to shake. He-Man, come here. Sit. Shake. 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 He can't shake. So